So the more I grow up and the more I kind of just observe the world around me and look at the cost of living and what's really going on in the world, and you kind of get your grown-up glasses on, because when you're younger you have this ignorance of just not knowing what politics are and what the government is, and how corrupt it actually is and how it impacts your life and stuff like that, like the media, the news, everything, the world, the simulation we live in, right? And as you grow up, you become more aware and you become more savvy, and you start downloading the real information, the truth, and it gets revealed to you. And something I'm just realizing is, it seems like entrepreneurship in this day and age is the solution to many of the problems in the world. Because there's no cap in income, that's great. That's just one of the pillars. You get that somewhat freedom. Look, 9 to 5 in entrepreneurship is actually very similar in the beginning. I have to work a lot. I have to be in a certain place at a certain time. I have to do certain things I don't want to do. 9 to 5, you have to be places you don't want to be. You have to do things you don't want to do. And you still have to work to get your money. And entrepreneurship, I'd even say, is a bit more difficult because I haven't been paid for a while. And if I was working a 9 to 5, putting in the same amount of work, I'd be getting a guaranteed pay. So not getting paid, that's tough. But you just got to go through it. And as I think about, the risk of entrepreneurship, and I think about the risk of a 9 to 5, which is no shame. Like, I think there's a lot of shame and guilt put on this idea of having to get a 9 to 5, but I don't think it's actually that bad. But I just look at it as, okay, which one actually feels more secure? 9 to 5. If I lost my job, let's just think worst case scenario. Lost my job. I'm 29 years old. Perhaps I've got a kid, I don't know. Got a wife or something, I don't know. Lose my job. I was earning, let's say like 60, 70k a month. 70k a year. Let's just say that, because that would be like somewhat average salary, right? I lose the job. Sure, I have a skill set that someone's paying me enough to get that, but independently, I don't know how to make money. I don't know how to build a business. I don't know how to survive on my own. I'd have to go get another job. That's the only way I know to make money, when someone tells me to go do something, or when I'm actually having a task supplied to me that I have to go do. Whereas entrepreneurship, I could be 29, let's say I'm earning, let's just say 70k. 70k a year in my entrepreneurial ventures, which if I'm earning 70k by the time I'm 29, I'll be very sad. I'll be like, how? I should be earning like a couple hundred grand. But anyway, I lose this job. Or I lose my entrepreneur, all my clients leave, just something bad goes wrong, everything goes wrong. But if everything goes wrong, I still have the skill sets that got me there. Sales, marketing, persuasion, making a good product, understanding the market, providing value. Like, I learned all these skills that I can just go, okay, I've lost money. I've got some capital that I can invest in ads and other ways to get client acquisition or whatever I kind of choose to do, coaching. And I can make money again. I can get back to stability. Because I feel like the other thing with entrepreneurship is the spiritual journey. It's more than just a physical, flesh, making money kind of journey. It's a very transformative journey. Like, you become a new person every single week, month. You get new data sets, you download new information, new perspectives. You start feeling pain in a different way. You start viewing pain in a different way, and you start to get molded by the experiences that you have. And I feel like you have to seek truth when you're in entrepreneurship. You can't lie to yourself. You have to have full accountability. When you wake up, like, I woke up today at 9:30. I should be waking up at 9. But no one's there telling me to get out of bed. It's just me. No one's telling me to go record this video. It's just me. No one's telling me, okay, you got to script these ads later. It's just me. I'm so responsible for everything in my life. So if anything goes wrong, it's my responsibility. And, that's the scary thing about entrepreneurship that some people can't handle, is this accountability. We're all very lazy, like very lazy. And I think one of my biggest problems is I can get carried away with over consuming. I can consume too much on my phone, and I can consume too much, just negativity and just bad things like bad vices and stuff like that. And I know it's not good for me, but sometimes I just catch myself doing it, because when you're doing just an agency all around 24/7, like, you have a lot of free time, and sometimes if you don't block that time up with things, you catch yourself doing the wrong thing. And that's just something I've had to learn over time. And I think the other thing is, I think entrepreneurship does give you that freedom that I like, of going to the gym, going boxing at night. Sure, you can do that at 9 to 5, but I get to go gym at 10, 10:30, and I go boxing at 6, 7ish. And I just like that routine it puts me in. And I like the achievement of it. I like the success. I like when you sign a client, or when you get that paycheck, or when, you know, you get the ads are up and running and something just works and you've worked hard to get it to this point. I think that's one of the most fulfilling things you can feel. And it's great when you get that passion behind the business model you're doing, because I think a lot of people make the mistake of like just being bad at the beginning and then thinking, oh, this isn't for me, I'm going to quit. Instead of going through the bad times and finding the passion and finding like that drive to make it work. Because look, I think we've been sold this dream that success happens overnight, and that success happens in a month, a year. And really success, it takes a lot longer. Like it can take up to 5 years. And I always just kind of remind myself when I'm feeling low, you know, Jacob, 5 years from now, if you was achieving the goals you set out for this year, would you be happy? And I was like, well, not happy, but, you know, would that be okay? I was like, yeah, I guess that'd be cool. Like, yeah, if I was 26 earning, what, like 20 grand a month, it'd be pretty nice. Yeah. So when you put it into that kind of perspective, it's different. I think we all think too short term in this entrepreneurial space, but that's a topic for another day. Really, what I was just getting at here is I just think entrepreneurship is the solution. It just feels like the only way out of this really tough life that we live in society, where everything's expensive, everything's, you know, consumerism and stuff like that. I think entrepreneurship is the only way out, if I'm being honest. Teaches you a lot of good skills. Teaches you how to focus. You need so much skill behind you to be a successful entrepreneur. You don't become successful as an entrepreneur by mistake. No, it's tireless repetition, effort, and work. And I think that's one of the greatest things you can do as a man to become excellent, because that's what we want. I want to become an excellent man. I want to be 27, 30 as an excellent man. I want to have my shit in order. I want to be an excellent person. I want to have my money in order. I want to have my relationships in order. I want to have my family in order. I want to have my living situation in order. I want to have everything in order, because that's my duty as a man. I need to bring stability to those around me. I need to bring predictability to those around me. I need to bring comfort to those around me. Whether that's because I need to go through the pain to bring that, that's fine. I'd rather go through the discomfort of not being secure and not being in a predictable situation right now, so that when I'm older, everyone around me doesn't have to worry about the future. That's how you bring a woman into a feminine state, is that they're not worried. They're relaxed. And that's the responsibility we need to take on as men, to make sure that the future of the people around us, no matter what goes wrong, is it secure because we're in their lives. There's a bridge there because we built it. There's a home there because we built it. And we build the lives of stability. And we have to go through the pain of doing that, so that it's possible for the people around us to feel secure. Because the only thing that kills people is uncertainty of the future. And as men, we need to bring certainty to people's lives who we care about. That's a fact. So, that's what I want to speak about. Entrepreneurship feels like the only solution in the world right now, not gonna lie.